And good Monday morning to you. This is EastLake Live. I'm Pastor Troy.
I'm Pastor Ben.
And we are live here every day, Monday through Friday, for the past
4 weeks.
This starts week 5.
Week 5.
And we signed a long-term bonus-laden 5-day contract extension last Friday, and we're here through the rest of this week at least.
Yeah.
We'll see where that goes. We don't know. But I tell you what, we're entering in. Actually, Ben, this is the 6th week since President Trump said 10 or more, no more.
I'm just a little bit weary.
Are you getting a little tired of that?
A little weary of it all.
Well, I can hear you because I feel the same way. I want to ask all the folks here. What do we want to ask all the folks right as we start this show this morning?
Would you share this video?
Share this video.
Share
Down
it.
at the bottom, share this video. Tell your friends and neighbors, those who you love and those you're not sure about, tell them that what we're on. Here's what we're about. We want to bring you some good information and some good inspiration during this time, the COVID-19 crisis. And do we have a week planned for you?
We do.
It is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Welcome to those who are at the Smith Mountain Lake area, and to those who are watching, the multiplied millions that are watching from all around the
cosmos.
The cosmos, all around the cosmos. We welcome you. I've got a note this morning. Someone's friend in Arizona, a family member in Arizona is watching.
Wow.
So we welcome all those of you who are watching EastLake Live. We're just two guys pastoring a church, supposed to open a brand new church on March the 22nd. And the week we go to open our brand new church, the government said, "Fini, no churchy worchy." So we just decided to bring some good information and inspiration to the Smith Mountain Lake community right here from the new church, which is echoing as we speak.
Yesterday I got home from church, from online church.
Yeah, we set a record. Hey, by the way, yesterday we had a record at church. Did you hear that?
I did hear
record low in the history of EastLake.
Okay, I was thinking the other direction with our online viewership.
No, we had the fewest
good.
number of people in the history of the church. No, maybe not. We probably had a couple less.
I think our first Sunday probably was a little lighter than that.
Yeah.
But anyway, I got home from this church Sunday, and I pulled in my garage and I turned the car off, and I heard like this. I couldn't tell if it was singing or preaching or what, and I was like, where is that coming from?
Wow.
And I walk out of my car, and then I realized there's a little church just a half mile down the road from me, right across from Bonita Farm Center.
Doing an outdoor service.
They're doing outdoor service, and that preacher, he was getting it on.
Dude.
And it was awesome just sitting there at my house listening to the echo of
You know what?
preacher.
One of the things I've loved about this whole situation is that in humble and in exorbitant ways, the gospel is going out, and people are sitting on on Facebook, on their couch, in their PJs, from their waist down, sharing the gospel and preaching from the steps and from the maybe not the bathroom, but from the garage.
I saw someone post on social media somewhere this morning that they know of friends who left the church a long time ago.
Wow.
That recently have been going on to online services throughout this whole event. So God's using this for sure to expand His kingdom.
There is no doubt. But I tell you what, the quarantine is probably getting a little heavy.
It is.
How you doing with the quarantine?
I'm not a fan.
Are
I mean, we tried to get out of the house last night and do a little fishing. Didn't catch anything other than a couple trees. But I'm just not a big fan. But some people may wonder what that looks like, and I think this video we want to show you really illustrates how a lot of us feel.
Yeah, this is
in this quarantine.
This is me in the quarantine.
At first, I was like, ah! But now that I've had time to absorb it, it's all working out. I'm fine.
Really?
Absolutely. I'm fine. Totally fine. I don't know why it's coming out all loud and squeaky, because really,
Yeah, that pretty much sums it up, doesn't it? How you feel? It's just like, I kind of think I'm okay, and then... And then when I remember what I'm actually doing, I kind of panic, but then I realize, this morning, it dawned on me, this is starting week 6. If you'd have told me on that Monday morning, this is going to be minimum 6 weeks and probably 12, I'd have been looking for a cliff. Because, but here, God is good. He's sustaining us through it all. Here's what we believe. We believe that God has a great plan. And God loves us. He's got a plan for us. He's working through this. God is not wasting this. He's working with it to bring about His glory. And we believe as we walk with Him and obey Him and draw closer to Him, and as we take care of each other, we're going to get through this. We believe it with everything in us. And when we come out, we're going to be stronger and better, because we've walked with God through this. Listen, if you're struggling during this time, you can reach out to us at pt@eastlake-church.com, pt@eastlake-church.com. We want to pray with you, counsel with you, whatever we can do, be a friend to you during this time. Tomorrow's a big day.
Yeah.
Because the Smith Mountain Lake Coffee House opens up right here in the new facility at EastLake. Take a look at this ad and we'll be right back. And tomorrow at 11 o'clock,
you know what that means?
Socially distanced.
That means that we can have croissants back on the show.
Croissants back on the show. Yeah, the croissants were a big hit when they were on the show.
They were a very big hit.
Hey, by the way, we have some guests lined up this week that you don't want to miss. We have I don't know how to say it, other than maybe one of the best renowned medical professionals in the United States. And I'm not overstating it. Dr. Bill Roper is going to be with us on the show this week. He's the interim president of the University System of North Carolina, and he has consented to come on and talk about this whole thing and to tell us some good that's come in different areas.
The thing that makes it so relevant is he's also the former head of the CDC.
Former head of the CDC.
So that's going to be a great conversation.
I mean, a week or two ago, we had a guest on here that we made a contact for, and our guest was on the NBC Evening News that night.
We are like the trend setters.
So whatever, when you come on this show, you are either been something really great or you're getting ready to be something really great. And in a moment, we're going to have with us Keith Rogers, who is the president of 323 Sports. And Ben, that's a big day. We're talking about the giveaway. Where's our giveaway today?
So
JB, where's that mug?
we weren't prepared for this segment, obviously. This is a brand new Smith Mountain Lake Christian Academy Ospreys hat.
Baseball hat.
Baseball hat.
And
a Smith Mountain Lake Christian Academy mug.
Mugle.
Yes.
That's,
and
you know what mugle is, right? It's
I'm assuming it's something in
for
French.
mug.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, mugle. But
Yeah.
anyways,
You
we're
dip
going
your
to put
croissant
in the
into
mug.
the mugle.
Yeah, put a croissant in the mugle. We're putting in the mugle a gift card.
A gift card.
We're going to put a $25 Bojangles gift card in the mug. So the winner gets either the hat with a gift card,
Yep.
or, the mug with a gift card. So how do you win, man?
You win, number one, by sharing this video.
You got to share the
You
video.
can't win without
You
sharing
must
this video.
share the video.
But we have, for the first time in the history of EastLake Live, we have an EastLake Live trivia question.
Trivia. Oh, we've been around so long, we're creating our own trivia.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
This is awesome. So for the hat, or the mug, or mugle, and the Bojangles gift card, this is the trivia question, and the first one to put it in our Facebook feed under this video is the winner. As long as you have shared, and we can tell if you've shared or not, so don't
Yes.
cheat. But here's the question. Pastor Troy, maybe you know the answer to this, maybe you don't.
Okay.
Who is the only guest that we've had in the entire history of EastLake Live
Yes.
more than once?
The only guest that's been on the show more than once. Now, it could be a trick question. We're not talking about a person who's a regular part of the show.
We're not talking about Good News with JB.
We're not talking about JB.
Yeah.
He's not a guest. He's a member of the fam.
Right. He
We're
is
talking
part
about
of the team.
a visitoire. You know what visitoire is? No. You know what a guest is? The only guest to appear twice on this show in our 4-week history
Don't say it. Don't say it.
is, you put that in the comments, you share this video, the first person to share the video and get it right. You might put the thing in, if you haven't shared the video, someone might beat you. So put the right answer and share the video, and you will win this. So 323 Sports is a fantastic organization out of North Carolina, run by a bunch of great young people who love the Lord. And they do all sorts of sports memorabilia for schools, and a lot of Christian schools, but schools in general. They have supplied Smith Mountain Lake Christian Academy with our gear for several years, and we are blessed to have on the show the president, founder, CEO, the great potentate of 323 Sports, Keith Rogers. Do we have Keith with us? Keith, you are
What's up,
on
Keith?
EastLake Live.
Man, I am on, guys, and this is awesome, man. I love the show, and it's great to be with you guys this morning.
We love having people in your demographic on our show, because we need more millennials with cool-looking beards on the show. So
I even tweeted this morning for you guys.
Hey, well, you're looking good. So, real quickly, 323 Sports provides uniforms. Smith Mountain Lake Christian Academy's jersey got into this contest with them, and today's the grand championship, or the championship game. So, Keith, first of all, tell us, what does 323 stand for? What is 323 Sports?
323 Sports, we're a sporting goods company. We sell to schools, colleges all over the country. 323 actually stands for Colossians 3:23. Whatsoever you do, do it heartily as the Lord and not unto men. And that was kind of our motto when we started. So we just roll with it. We roll with 323. A lot of people, it generates questions. People ask us, what does that mean? Gives us an opportunity to share why we do what we do. And it's neat. Our motto is do it right. If you're going to do something, do it right. And that's what we believe. Don't go half-hearted at anything. And ultimately, it's for God's glory. And it's neat for us to be able to do this. And been real successful over the last 6 years. We started in January of 2014, and God's really blessed us. So
hey, I want to say, when it comes to the Ospreys jersey, you did it right. And that's a killer jersey. So and it's evidenced by the fact that it is in the championship game today.
So Keith, we I don't know if you knew this, but they canceled March Madness this year for the NCAA.
We did not know that down here in North Carolina.
Well, you wouldn't know in North Carolina. Only those of us from Kentucky would know that. But anyways, Keith, tell us what's the contest and where are we in the process?
So basically, everybody's missing March Madness around here in the hotbed down here of college basketball and Lexington, of course.
Yeah.
And but we just were, let's do something fun. Let's come up with an idea. And so we came up with this. Obviously the March Madness contest is not new, but we had so many different uniforms and that we've done over the years. So let's put them. Let's get 64 teams. Let's put a bracket together. And we didn't really know how it would go. It'd be that popular. We assumed it'd be a little bit popular, but it's really gone off better than we thought. We've had almost, as of today, will be over 50,000 votes.
50, and about 49,000 of those went to our school, didn't they?
And several thousand. So we just started at normal bracket, had different divisions, the Do It Right region, the 323 region. Anyway, and so it's gotten down to this point where now we're in the championship match today. It tips off at 3:23, ironic time.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? It's crazy.
3:23.
And so it'll go for 24 hours. It starts at 3:23, and it's on Instagram.
That's a long
so
game.
You have to go to our story. It's a long game. It always gets really exciting towards the end. The Final Four was awesome. Your guys' match, you had a nice little cushion there of a few hundred votes. The other match really went down. The last hour was going crazy. And it actually was kind of funny. Noose Christian had just got a guy who has 100,000 followers to share it, but he shared it at 10:30, and the contest ended at 10:37, so it didn't really get to take off. And we had a ton of people at the end messaging us going, how do we vote? How do we vote? How do we vote? We just saw the story.
Oh.
But they ended up losing by like 30 votes.
Oh, man. Well, you know what? This is going to be a matchup. So Smith Mountain Lake Christian Academy Ospreys jersey. I don't know that we have that, Matt. Do we have that up that we can show what we're looking at kind of? That'll be appearing on the 323 Sports Instagram story. You got to go to Instagram, get an account if you don't have one.
Yep.
And go to the 323 Sports Instagram story. Starts at 3:23. I don't know. That was really, this must just be amazing how God works these things out. Starting at 3:23 today. Smith. Now, who are we? So, of course, we're homers. We're homers because Smith Mountain Lake Christian Academy is near and dear to all of our hearts. We're giving away gear today. But who are we playing?
You're playing Seacoast Christian. And
where are they from? Oh!
Boo! 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 No, they are from Florida, and they've had a good little following too. And so it'll be interesting to see. What's funny is the Final Four tally votes. Smith Mountain Lake Christian finished with 1,890 votes.
Okay.
Seacoast Christian in their matchup finished with 1,889 votes.
Whoa!
So we both have like run and gun style offense, right?
So it's a very fast-paced offense, which that's what we like to see.
Yeah, we like to jack the threes here. We jack threes, twos, and threes.
Oh, man. That's awesome.
So 1889 to 1890. This is going to be a showdown. So what we need you to do is, we've always said through this process, go vote, and Ben would say, vote for your favorite jersey. And I would say, no, don't vote for your favorite jersey. Vote for our jersey. You might like somebody else's jersey better. Vote for the Osprey jersey, which you obviously are the official and the judge. So you're totally neutral.
All these jerseys you guys created, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so
all
I
these
mean,
are
I got to hand it to you. The Seacoast jersey is pretty cool.
Dude.
It's pretty cool, but it's not quite SMLCA.
Could you mess up their color scheme when you post it, because it's looking too good? I almost voted for it, just looking at it right there.
What's neat about it is both have their own unique design. It's really cool, really flashy, and so we'll see what happens. It's going to be a good game.
Well, you know what I think you ought to do, Keith, is I think next year we ought to get together Seacoast and SMLCA for a game. You ought to host a game in Raleigh.
No. We ought to actually do this whole group of 64, do a tournament like in real life.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that'd be some logistics right there. Hey, if they canceled March Madness last year, let's buck the system and start our own high school tournament.
That would be genius.
So,
we'd be all
323
we
Sports.
Face mask, everybody.
Well, you can't play man-to-man, what we've discovered. You only can play zone. So 323sports.com. Go follow these guys. If you are a school, or you know of someone who has school, a Christian school, or a public school, Dr. Mark Smith, president of Columbia International University, a good friend of mine. If you're watching, you need to buy all of your unis for all of your teams from 323 Sports, Ohio Christian University, any other friends. Liberty University, Jerry Jr., he's a big watcher here. I'm sure he's watching here. You need to get all your stuff from 323 Sports. So anyways, Keith, we're looking forward to the kickoff this afternoon, or the tip-off this afternoon at 323, and we hope that we can win. So by the way, we forgot to ask. Our listeners, our watchers don't know. What does the winner get?
The winner gets another free set of jerseys.
So they can win next year.
Yeah, so you keep winning every year and you're golden. And the other thing I'll say is, and this is being aired right now live, no one even knows this yet. So your audience,
Hey, exclusive. We've got the exclusive for you.
Exclusive information at some point after the match. I don't know what time the official One Shining Moment will be released. So
oh, that's going to be the One Shining Moment video that recaps the whole tournament. Remember at the end of the isn't that what you're talking about?
Yeah. So stay tuned at some point. I don't know if it'll be at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. I'm not sure what time, but One Shining Moment will come out, and it'll be make sure you check into that because I think it'll be very funny. It kind of recaps a lot of the tournament.
Cool deal.
Yeah, that's going to be so good. And Keith, hey, thank you for what you're doing, and again, thank you for coming on the show today. We look forward to the game this afternoon.
Yep.
All right, thank you guys.
Thanks so
Appreciate
much.
it.
Hey, before we go to break, real quick, just want to say that I heard that Donald Trump did test negative for the COVID-19 virus.
That's a good thing.
Actually, he didn't just test negative.
He tested.
Well, he shared with us this morning,
Very
thanks to Larry Barger Jr., Donald Trump shared with us today how negative he actually tested.
Another exclusive.
Hello, everyone. As we've now learned, a number of world leaders have tested positive for coronavirus. Well, my test was negative, as you all know. In fact, it was so negative that the doctors said they never saw a negative number so low. So low. They said it was beautifully negative. They were very, very impressed. It was perfect. It was perfectly negative, tremendously negative. Actually, they've never seen a test this negative before in history. And my doctor, he said it best. It was the greatest negative score of anyone who's ever taken the coronavirus test. You know, other people have tested negative, but no one's tested close to where I tested in the negative spectrum of negativity. And that's what I've been told. I've also been told by my doctors that this is going right into the textbooks. That's not me saying that. That's the doctors. That's the medical. It's the medical people. I'm going right into the textbooks because of my unique negative to the coronavirus. Hello, everyone. As we've now
He's negative.
And
Yeah.
you know, I'm so glad that he was so negative, he could probably never be positive. I mean,
You know
that's
what?
how negative he was.
I got my test results back this
oh,
morning.
are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh,
And,
dude, hang on just a second here. We're breaking. This is the show of breaking news. I'm telling you right now.
I'm actually very happy to report that I tested negative as well. Very negative.
Yeah,
Like as negative as you can possibly
really.
get.
So you and Trump.
Yeah. The only thing is, I couldn't figure out why they were talking about it being an IQ test.
Oh,
What's that?
so you tested negative for the
I
IQ
tested
test.
negative with the IQ test.
Yeah, well,
so,
you know, I heard Bernie Sanders tested negative.
Bernie Trump.
Bernie Sanders also tested negative for presidency. That joke's the only joke that's been used twice on the same show. 'Cause I
Hey.
think I used that a couple weeks ago.
Which reminds me, we had a trivia question.
We
An
did have.
EastLake Live
Yes, we did.
trivia question.
And the winner.
And the winner.
We actually have two wieners.
two winners today. And the first is the first one.
First place in the trivia show that.
Okay. I love you guys.
We'll be right back.
Oh my goodness.
The winner of the poll today, or the trivia, question, was
Pedro Tuck.
Pedro Tuck gave us the correct answer and shared first. Pedro is a great man, great leader in our community, member of the Board of Supervisors. But we also had a second place.
Yeah, that's the first time this has ever happened.
This is first time because, by the way, give us the answer. Who was the only person to appear twice on EastLake Live?
The only guest, official guest that we've had twice on this show is Josh Stam.
Josh Stam, and you know what? He's going to be the guy. He's going to be the first guest to go three times.
He's going to be a three.
We need Josh back. People's money is rolling in.
Yes.
And we're going to be. We've started the coronavirus benevolent fund here at EastLake, and Josh is going to help us with that.
Yep.
So we need to get Josh back on to be the third to appear the third time.
Right, but there is a second place winner because
Second place. She was actually technically kind of right too.
Technically, she was right, and that is Angela Ross, who said not only was Josh Stam a multiple guest, but so is Jess Chatton.
Jess Chatton was a guest.
Chatton.
She called in.
She kind of, she's the only, well, she's not the only one, but she actually responds when we say call in and talk to us.
And sometimes
so,
she
Angela
calls
Ross.
in. So Angela Ross is going to get a second place gift, and we want to thank you guys for sharing this video. So the best and most exciting part of this program, each and every Monday through Friday, is
Good News with JB.
JB, we are entering the 6th week of the quarantine.
Yes.
That's bad news.
Yes, it is.
I haven't got a note from the president yet on when this quarantine will end. That is bad news.
It is.
Governor Northam seems pretty excited about keeping us all in the dog kennel
Under wraps,
for a while.
Yep.
That's bad news. But I brought you here because with all of the bad news that abounds,
it's out there.
Surely
there is.
Jonathan Brown could get some good news.
It's good news, and I'm here.
Tell us,
with
Jonathan.
All right. In New Jersey, there was a group of elementary school boys who were going to perform their school's talent show. They had this routine based on the Harlem Globetrotters. Y'all know the
I went
y'all
and
are
saw
basketball
the
guys.
Globetrotters.
Well, unfortunately, with the school shut down, the show was off. So here's what they did. They went on Zoom like everybody else, and they did a Zoom show for their parents.
Cool deal.
And their routine was great. But then the show got even better because Hammer Harrison and Cheese Chisholm of the real Harlem Globetrotters. They jumped in on the Zoom call. One of the parents had reached out, and so they got on and did tricks with the boys and interacted with them, and it was a really good deal. So great job, Harlem Globetrotters.
You know what?
Yeah.
I went to the Harlem Globetrotters a few years ago with my boys, and it was so amazing.
Did they get you on the court? Were you shooting a 4-point
I did
shot?
not get on the court, but it was exactly the same show that I saw when I was 9 years old.
Wow. Okay.
And so it's,
wow.
I actually wrote an article about that after that, but we don't need to go there. But
Yeah,
anyways,
cool.
it was awesome.
So
Good news, Jonathan.
obviously all of us are fitness guys here on the show. We do lots of working out in a row, right? Yeah, that's let me tell you about another fitness guy. Tom Moore is 99 years old. He's a British war veteran, and he wanted to contribute to society. So he began walking laps in his garden to raise money for the National Health Service charities together. So Tom's goal was 100 laps and around $1,200. He wanted to raise around $1,200. He blew past that. Last week, he was well on his way to meeting his lap goal. I think he maybe met it like last Thursday.
Okay.
But here's the big news, the good news. He had already raised more than $6 million.
Running around his garden.
Yeah, just walking around. Hey, if you're 99 though and you can do 100 laps, I might find $6 million to give you.
Need one piece of this story to make it complete.
What's that?
Did he have COVID?
I don't think so. I think
He
Tom
did
was
it
in-
on a ventilator. No.
Oh no, that's not funny.
That's
Okay.
fantastic.
Yeah,
Way to
that's
go.
awesome. That's
Way to
awesome.
go.
So there's some workers at a plant in Pennsylvania that are finally getting some time off to go home. They've been at work for a little while.
Yeah.
More than 40 workers decided to stay at work. They ate there, slept there, worked. They were producing material that's used to make like masks, hospital gowns, sanitary wipes. Here's the deal.
That's good news.
They stayed there for 28 days straight.
You know what? They're not
Working
the only
12-hour
ones.
shifts.
Jonathan,
Yeah.
Ben,
Yeah.
Matt, Nathan, Pastor Troy.
That's right.
We haven't left here.
We've been
Have you
here
noticed?
working.
We haven't changed our clothes
That's
in
right.
5 weeks.
That's right. He's starting to smell just a little bit, but we're all right.
That is incredible, and they
It
stayed
is.
there to make protective equipment.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh, my
that's awesome.
goodness. This is awesome.
A lot of people probably saw this, but I thought it was good. I wanted to share it. The University of Washington's Institute for Health, Metrics, and Evaluation.
That sounds pretty important.
It is. It is. It's a big model that a lot of people look at. They're doing the predictions.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so going
Yeah.
down?
The
Detail.
latest prediction, updated Friday. Total deaths was projected to be 68,841. Now it's just over 60,308. So, I mean, it's still a lot. We don't
Going
want to see
down.
that many.
That's like 12%.
But we're going down. Yeah. Headed down.
That's a really good. That's
It is.
really good. So, you know, the UVA model said, I think that we were all going to be dead by August. I think it had like 6 billion people gone
That's right.
by August. But
Yeah.
anyways, that's
Yeah.
a lot. You know what, John? You know what I like about you?
What's that?
You're just-
Hopefully a lot.
it is a lot.
Yeah.
But you're laced with good news.
You know, I try
You
to
didn't
be.
read the UVA.
I try to be.
You didn't use the UVA report.
All right, here we go. Recovery numbers. Any
Okay.
guesses?
I'm going to say
Any-
608,000.
in the water.
How many? 608. What do you got?
I'm going to say 632.
Ooh, 635.
Oh,
You know what? When we get over 700,000 and 100 shares, I might jump in the lake.
700,000. Jonathan's going in off of Halesford Bridge. No, I'm just kidding.
You know, it's
Good news.
That's illegal, by the way. That is really good news,
Yeah.
Jonathan. And
All right.
you have been faithful and good, bringing us good news for 4 weeks and 1 day to this moment.
it's amazing that he has found that much good news over and over and over again in the middle of such.
You know what? He's encouraging me so much. I'm going to have to start a second segment earlier in the show called Bad News just to bring myself down a little bit because
So
then
you
he
can-
puts me up.
Yeah.
So here's the deal. This show, when we really started seriously, we started this to bring some good news. That was sort of a staple of the show.
Yeah.
And the good news, what is the good news, Ben?
The gospel of Jesus Christ, that it came to save you from your sin.
You need to watch this video of this little girl giving the good news. We'll be right back.
Hey everyone, I'm glad we're back today. I want to tell you about God. God is Jesus, and Jesus is God. And Jesus came to earth to die for our sins, and he raised from the grave so that we can have eternal life and live with him forever in heaven. It's a great thing to talk about because God is the one who will set you free from sin. And sin is the bad stuff we do, and the bad stuff we think, and the bad stuff we say, and the bad stuff we do, and the bad stuff we say, like lying and not being truthful. Sin is just on our hearts, but God takes it and puts it on his own son while he's dying on the cross. He took our sin so that we can live with him forever. And that's amazing. It's amazing that God takes our sin and gives it to Jesus, and Jesus dies on the cross and raised from the grave, and we can have eternal life with him. That's crazy. But I just wanted to talk to you guys about that because I know I love Jesus. I just love you, and I want to say goodbye. Goodbye, everyone.
I want to tell you, that girl shared the best news that there is, and she did it in one of the most articulate ways I've heard any theologian or preacher ever do it.
It was amazing.
It was. Hey, it's been great to be with you today. We have set up a coronavirus benevolent fund here at EastLake for people who've been directly impacted from the coronavirus. And I was on the phone this morning with a guy who's wrestling with his business that's been impacted. And what some people have done is they have decided to donate towards that fund, some even their stimulus check. So if you don't need it, it's 100% going directly to people who have been affected. None of it goes to Eastlake Community Church for anything here. It's 100% for people's mortgages and tuitions and everything else that go on in their life. So if you want to be a part of that, you can go to Darryl Krim at darrylkrim8@gmail.com. It's on the screen. And you can do that. Hey, it's been great to be with you on this, the Monday of our 5th week. We look forward to being back tomorrow. We have some great guests lined up this week. Share with your friends and neighbors. We're going to get through this. Be encouraged. We're Christians. Hey, see you tomorrow.